Okay. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to Peep Me English live streaming session today. I am your host. My name is Kathy, and I was born and raised here in Vietnam, so I am 100% Vietnamese. But I would like to call myself a Saigonese because basically I've been in Saigon my whole life. But I did spend 5 years in the U.S. Taking my undergrad degree. And I got back here a couple years ago, starting my job and living a life. I have been working in administration and education for the past 4 years. In my free time, I love to eat. I love food. I love drinks. I love to chat and talk with friends over good food and good drinks. And I also love traveling, but most of the time in my trips, I used to find good restaurant, good place to eat. So it's an obsession. Um, and on top of that, I also enjoy watching movies and reality shows, a lot of them. And that was actually how I learned English. I spent a lot of time watching movies, mostly from Disney and reality shows such as The Amazing Race or some house hunting and house decorating. And I just learned how people use their words, how they use it in a sentence and expand my understanding, also expand my vocabulary. I also take some time off my busy schedule to practice some Aikido, and it has been for 3 months now. I know I have been talking a lot. So just share the swing with my very close friend who is also the co-host for today, Jimmy.
Hello. My name is Jimmy. I was born and raised here in Vietnam. When I was 18, I went to the U.S. for a career. I got 2 degrees, one in nursing and one in math and science. Recently, I have been working as a teacher, also as a medical specialist. There are a couple of things in my hobby that help me a lot with my my learning English skill. One of them could be, listening to music. Let me tell you how listening to music would help you to improve your English. Listen to this. Looking at my Gucci ads about that time, we can smoke a blunt and pop a bottle of wine. Now get yourself together and be ready by 9, cause we're gonna do something that will shatter your spine. From 1, Undone, Snoop Dogg, Sung Tung, Long Beach is the city that I come from. So if you want some, get some, better not take some, take some. Do you know where that song come from? It is one of my favorite songs ever from a Vietnamese singer. And by understanding that rap, by understanding and improving in completely 100%, it will help you to improve your English. One more of my hobby was traveling. And I love skydiving. Skydiving, you know what is skydiving? When you go into an airplane and you go really high up in the sky and then you jump with a parachute. You know what is a parachute? A parachute is a really big umbrella, and you just wear it on your backpack. And when you jump, you open the umbrella, you open your parachute before you getting to the ground. You need training for that. I have done it only once in my lifetime and I would love to do it more. So I can have more experience for my lifetime. And let's start with today's lesson because I've been talking too much then. What should we do with, Kathy?
So let's slow it down a little bit. Let's go back to the very first word that you start with when you learn English. So let's start with hello. So how do you usually say hello in Vietnam? Like,
Hello. That's how
hello,
you usually
right?
say, right? Hello.
But I don't think it's the right way to say hello. So let me start with a little bit of phonetics. And if you want more of the phonetics lesson, just put in a comment. And then I will probably bring it up in the next, a couple next session. So the word hello. So how do you say it? It starts with an h, but it's very soft. It's softer than the Vietnamese H. H, h. And then the first vowel sound is uh, uh. Go with o, o, and o, o. Hello. And this is the important part. The stress is on the second syllable. Most of you or most of us, I would do that too sometimes. I put the stress on the first syllable. So hello, but that's not how you say it. It's supposed to be hello, hello, hello. Or sometimes you would hear people say with the first vowel sound is a eh, so hello, hello. So that's the two correct way to pronounce the word hello. But because, so you would think there's probably more ways to say this, to pronounce this word with some other accent. But because both Jimmy and I, we got influence from America. So we just stick with American English for now. And that is the first word. What should we know? What should we talk about next, Jimmy?
So, what is the word, what is the question that you mostly hear from after you hear hello? What was the most question that you hear after that? I guess it's how are you, right? So that's pretty much really what do you usually get from a greeting, from a normal greeting. So let me show you a very important sentence, very
Closer.
simple.
Closer.
Can you guys see it? Can you see
Closer.
it? Is it good to see? Okay. Okay, so how are you? There are two ways for you to pronounce the very simple question. First, if you want stressing on the word, the second word, which is the word "are" right here, "are," that means a question. When you demand an answer, when you really care about that person, your friend from a long time. So you're stressing on the word "are," but in English, we usually connect the last letter with the first letter of the other word. So it's supposed to be "wa." How are you? How are you? That's the second word, okay? So for an example, informal way, two close friends, two very good close friends, you guys have been together for a long time, you understand each other, and then you can just stress on the third word, which is the word you. This is also wa. This is wa. This is W. You see this is W right here, how, W, are, but for informal way, we're going to say, how are you? How are you? How are you? This is for you, for a question. You demand information. You demand more information from the answer. So you're going to be, how are you? How are you? Okay? And this is, how are you? How are you? You see the difference? So this is maybe for your close friend, your very good friend, your family, your relative, okay? This could be in a formal way or a very long time friend that you haven't seen in a very long time. So how are you? This is how are you? It's very simple. So what should we start next with, Kathy?
Those were just some simple words and phrases to start a conversation, but there are more ways that you can start and make conversation with people in many different situations. And then today, we want to break it down into 3 different scenarios so that it's make it easier for you to see how and kind of recognize and look at how we are doing it. So we are breaking it down into 3 scenarios, which are formal greetings. So greetings is a way to greet, to say hello to people. So formal greeting, neutral greeting, and informal greeting.